Okay, so instead of explaining to you basically what the harmonium is, what it looks like, and what it sounds like, I thought it would make a lot more sense to actually show you it. So, this is what a harmonium looks like. It is, in fact, a hand-powered reed organ. I had no idea at the time that's what it was, but it's pretty cool. You can see it's handmade to order. It really is just a gorgeous and beautiful looking instrument. On the front, you'll notice it has a bunch of little pull-out levers. Those are called stops. They do different things, whether it's changing the sound of the instrument or adding what's called a drone, which is just basically adding another note that plays underneath whatever you're currently playing. I'll demo that for you guys in a second. And then looking on the back, on the sides, it has these great little handles here. They work really nicely, really well made. And here we have the bellows for the harmonium. Now mine is not a Bina made harmonium, it is made by Kayana Musicals, and got it on eBay. So basically what you're going to do is you open up the bellows here, and basically this allows you to push air into the harmonium, creating the sound. If you're not pushing this, the sound basically dies after a few seconds. So let's open it up here, and I'll give you guys a nice little audio demo. So take the top off, and you'll see here all the different little hammers for all the notes. You notice this is not a full-size keyboard. It is a mini keyboard, so it was something my hands personally needed to get used to. But so the way it works is, as I said before, we have these different stops down here. The larger ones are the different sounds you can turn on. So I usually start with these three open. And then, so what happens is then you would just play your chord or note and then push the bellows in. So I'm going to put the phone down, and I'll give you a little sound demo of how it sounds. And then obviously, using the different stops, this is all the stops open, will give you a really, really louder sound, much more full. Additionally, there's this switch on the side, which I had no idea what it did, and I didn't even know that the harmonium would do this, but it's really useful. What it does is if you push it up, it will play not only what you're currently playing, but an octave above that. So I tend to use it in live situations, maybe on a chorus or maybe on a part where the harmonium really needs to stand out. So what I'm going to do here is play a little piece, and I'm going to knock the octave up, and you'll hear how much more it cuts through, how much better it sounds. So. So you'll see how that just cuts through so much better. There's other settings, and I mean, you know, there's obviously, we have 6 stops here. There's I don't remember my statistics, permutations and combinations, but there's a great many amount of combinations here. But I just want to show and demo for you a few of my favorite. This is one that I use a lot on some of the mellower songs that we play. Nice mellow sound. And then the other sound I really love, which we actually, the band and I, we found by accident one day, is this sound that almost sounds like a harmonica. Now, I mean, it took me a while to figure out what each of these do. It seems to me like these stops here on the end tend to be more trebly, these two tend to be more bass heavy, and these two tend to have more mid-range in them. So, I have that. But this sounds almost a harmonica-like. So we used it, and we've done it on a few songs where maybe you hear harmonica playing. It's pretty cool that we've, that it has that kind of sound built into it. The only other thing I really want to show you is the drones. I still haven't figured them out, so I don't use them a ton. But, for example, you turn on a drone, and it just perpetually will play that note over it. That's actually a C-sharp drone. So maybe you're playing a song in D or E. Actually, I guess you'd be playing in A. It depends what kind of sound you're really going for. And obviously there's other drones here with different notes, which you can use in different situations, and that'll give you a particular sound. That's pretty much it for the demo of this instrument. I love how it sounds. I think it sounds great. One of the main reasons I bought it in the first place was just, it's great having an acoustic setup where you can bring anywhere. Unfortunately, though, if you're a keyboardist or the piano player in the band, you can't exactly pick up, your grand piano and go. You also can't, in my situation, what I have is I have a MIDI controller keyboard, which I plug into my MacBook and use sounds off my MacBook from a piece of software called Complete, which is great. I love the way it sounds. It sounds fantastic. The problem is, that's a lot of equipment to lug everywhere with me. I have to bring the keyboard, the stand, the sustain pedals and all that, a power supply. And then in addition to that, I have to bring my MacBook, I have to bring specific audio cables, and that means I have to plug into a mixer and then into an amp. That's a lot of stuff to bring around if you're just doing an acoustic gig. So I've been using this a lot in all of our acoustic shows. If you've seen when we played up in Connecticut, at Catholic Underground, Connecticut, or we played a few house shows and things like that, and I've used this. We played the Blast Gallery actually last month, which was fantastic. Great show. And I played the Harmonium, and it's just great. It just adds a lot of fullness underneath the band, and I love how it sounds. So that's a basic demo of the Harmonium. I thought, it'd be really interesting to blog about this, and, because a lot of people came up to me before, after shows saying, what is that box? So that's the Harmonium. I hope you enjoyed this video, and can't wait to see you guys. We're going to be doing a lot of new shows really soon, and we'll post updates as soon as we know. Can't wait to see you guys. Take care.